Wrong franchise, but it's the only fan I could find. It's fine.
It's the
It's
only fan I have.
fair. Well, no, you have the fluffy purple one, but that only comes
Mm.
out sometimes.
It's in a whole nother room. I'm not.
Today's not a fluffy purple fan occasion.
No, no.
Anyway. Hola, hola, hola. Oli, oli, oli. Feminosas y maricones alike. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. I am definitely thirsty for this episode because, oh boy, was this a fun, lovely episode of the Más Draga. Loved every bit of
It,
it. Can't wait to talk about it.
it was a fun, fluffy episode, and I enjoyed it myself. Hello, everyone. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm going to give the tea, spill the tea, and trick the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her. And I love my cup mug too. And you can get your cup mug at LanaTeasCreations.etsy.com. The link will be in the description below. And it's floating right above my head there with the QR code. So if you don't want to just type it in
Period.
there, just scan that QR code. And it does work. We have tested it on camera. So it
Yeah,
does work. And we do
correct.
ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup mug. And thank you.
Period. We ship to everywhere that the metro in Ciudad de Mexico travels to, as we were made aware of in this episode. Lana, what a lovely break this week from drama. Wasn't it nice? Wasn't it
I
lovely?
I will say I was very excited for the no drama of it
Oh,
all that has happened. It worked. I enjoyed it.
uh,
I appreciate it.
it's
Thank
nice
you.
to have an episode, at least an episode,
Right.
where everyone seems to be getting along. And we'll take that. We'll take that gladly. We've got a lovely episode to talk about, but before we do, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. We are almost at 3,000 subscribers here on this channel, and we are still trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on both of our other channels by the end of the year. So if you can help us out, all of those links are down in the description below. We greatly appreciate it. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we put out all of our content here. We've got some fabulous, wonderful, and fantastic drag content going up over on the Patreon and here on this channel for YouTube memberships coming for November. So stay tuned for all of that beautiful, lovely content. Eventually, once this season is over, I think we'll maybe go back and do old seasons of La Mas. Lana probably won't be there because that's not her gig. But I do still want to go rewatch old seasons of La Mas. So that will be coming sometime in the future. But otherwise, make sure to check out everything we're doing across the Cup Network. All those links are in the description below. Like Lana said, go check out the QR code to go get your merch. Follow us on our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And if you want to follow the two of us, you can do that as well. Our links are down below also. But Lana, I know we talked a lot off camera. Um, and I remember being there when you found out that Greta was eliminated last week. I just want to know, how are we feeling in the La Más Draga season 7 universe post Greta Grimm?
Grim.
Yeah,
I just don't feel like it was necessary. I don't. I watched the episode late and I still was just like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you expect someone to change their entire POV to be who they aren't just because of a competition. You casted this person knowing this was their drag. You casted this person knowing this is who they are. And then when they are who they are, you're like, not good enough. Then what the heck did you cast them for?
exactly.
I have a problem with that. I still have a problem with that. I'm not happy with it. And I think Greta deserves better. And then for this episode, For y'all to actually try to play in my Greta's face with this nonsense of jokes of foolishness like Greta could come back. I was not amused. I was not amused by that at all, Lamas Draga. I almost turned it off and was like, never mind, I'm done for the season.
Oh
Because what you're not going
wow.
to do is play in my face.
I mean,
When
sure, yeah.
you're not gonna play in my face when you know how y'all know how unfair that was to send Greta home. You know it. That's why y'all did it. And that's why y'all talking about some, oh, Greta could come back if somebody gives up their spot. Like, who
Girl,
you
she's so
you
real.
be so fucking for
Alexis was
real.
so it was so bad. It was so bad. I agree. I didn't love it. Obviously, I watched the Deetox Alanís last week because I was really curious to see, and the girls were distraught. The girls were upset. The girl, like, the internet is outraged, this, that, and the third. What I will say, and we've talked about Karime as the host all season, and how she's adapting to it. I really think she is starting to find her stride as the host, and I'm really happy to see it. But my favorite thing that I saw of La Más Draga Media last week was the video that they released where it's seemingly right after the elimination, um where Karime goes up to Greta and she's like, "You are incredible." Like very, very supportive. I absolutely love Karime for that. And I want to shout her out specifically for that because it was so heartfelt and it was so poignant. Now, I don't know if every host does this. I don't know if every host has done this. But to see just how genuine Karime was with Greta in that video, I was like, okay, that tells me everything I need to know about Karime, and I'm a fan. If I wasn't already, which I was, I'm a fan now. And I appreciate her sincerely for her support and the way that she's supporting these queens, especially Greta in that moment. So I loved it. I loved every bit of it. But I agree, they're playing in our girl's face. And I didn't like it. But we come in this week, Johnny's here. I did want to shout out both Johnny and Alexis's looks, because they both look great. I love
They,
this.
they did. They look good. This was a fun look.
Yeah, I was like, oh, adorable, fantastic, wonderful. But we got Johnny coming in, and we find out that this week's challenge is La Más METRERA. We are taking inspiration from subway stations around Mexico City. How fabulous! Loved it.
Lovely.
And I love, because I don't know how other metro systems work. Like ours here where I live, it's all just like number based and it's boring and everything like that. I love that all of the metro lines in Mexico City have like the symbols associated with them. And
Mm-hmm.
so I love this challenge because it's like, okay, take a subway station, take a metro station, and it's like symbology and filter it through your drag. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
And I will say this is my favorite runway so far this season of La Más Draga. And we'll talk about it. But I think everyone killed it this week. Well, not everyone. Almost everyone killed it this week.
I mean, we had some really good ones, some really, really good ones. And then we had some decent ones. Really, really good ones, some really good ones, some good ones, some decent ones, and some okay ones. You know, nobody ultimately flopped for me. I will say that.
No,
There was no
no.
big, like, disappointing flops, but it was some that just weren't that great. That wasn't as good as the ones compared before them.
Agreed. Agreed. But Alexis does come in, pull this stunt with, hey, if someone wants to swap their place for Greta, Greta can come back. And everyone's like, Tulsa?
Tulsa.
Tulsa? And she's like, ha, ha, ha. Hey, how y'all doing?
Supposed to sit. No.
No, not
No.
me. I know I caused the drama last week, but no,
No.
no, no.
No. I will never sacrifice myself for someone. No.
That
And
part.
I don't blame you, Tulsa. I don't blame you at all.
Nope, I don't blame anyone in the slightest. But
Mm-mm.
we also find out that our Chikireto for the week is La Más Famosa! Yay! And one of us here is really excited about La Más Famosa, and the other one is Lana. I'm curious because we haven't talked a whole lot about it. What is it about La Más Famosa that you don't enjoy? Because I know in other comparable drag programs that we won't explicitly name here,
Mhm.
you do enjoy the celebrity impersonation challenges sometimes.
Very rarely. Very rarely. And that's my thing because I don't. I think for Lamas and for this challenge in particular, because maybe it's because I don't know the references, maybe that is a thing that goes over my head. I don't
Mm,
get the jokes, so it's not like very interesting for me. Now I know it's a lot of people who love it, and that they said the fans love it, even if the queens
mhm.
hate it, and I love that for everybody else. I want you to enjoy that. Enjoy it if you do. For me personally, I am not into celebrity impersonations like that. Like that's not my thing, uh, or not unless they're like really spot on and really good. And since I
Yeah.
don't know the references, I don't know if they're spot on or really good. I just have to assume. And with this challenge, it doesn't give me a chance to get to know like the personalities that they're doing. If I don't know them, I need to get a chance to get to know them, and I don't
Yeah.
because it's just them just always pie them in the face, like up,
Yeah.
and they cut them off in the middle of doing something like, "Oh, you're wrong," and it's like, "Oh, okay, well, I don't know."
Right.
So for
Right.
me, I don't really enjoy it as much. I get why people like it, and if you get the references and you find, you know what they're talking about, I can see how it could be enjoyable. But for me personally, I'm not as entertained by it. I hadn't been in the last couple of seasons we watched Lamaze, and so I hadn't been entertained by this particular challenge. But sure, go off if you love it. Love it for you.
I just like the absurdity of it personally. Like I knew a couple of the people that they were doing.
Yeah, we know it all.
Most of them were like the only one I really knew well was Ricura doing Wendy Guevara because she was the guest judge in the first episode, and like I know her because of like the little bit I
Oh,
know of Mexican media.
see, I ain't pay no attention to that. I didn't even realize that's what
Yeah,
she was doing. That's
yeah,
that's what me. Everything
fair.
goes over my
It's
head, so it doesn't.
it's one of those things where like this, and we also recognize that this program is made for Mexican
Yes,
audiences, and we're not going to
absolutely.
get it. We're not going to
No,
get it.
and I am
So,
okay with that. And if
yeah.
you want to explain it to me in the comments, if you want to take that time
Oh, yeah.
to explain the references and what, I would love to read it and I will appreciate it. And so I'm not like trying to like dog it and say I don't ever want, no, I just don't know. And what you don't know, you don't know. And that's where I am. So
Yeah, I like the absurdity of it. I like that, compared to similar other celebrity impersonation challenges we've seen, I like
mhm.
that this one is, based on the impersonation, but also based on your knowledge of the
Yes.
person. And so
Yes,
I
I
like that
like that.
there's that distinction between it. Um like the I thought for the most part, as the girls kind of said, it was not a great La Más Famosa, all things considered.
Mhm.
Um, because I know Brighty's character is a former La Más Draga contestant. So that's who she was doing, and that's why all that drama popped up towards the end. I haven't watched this season with Deseos Fab in it yet, personally. But I know that, like, from what I understand, there are some people that have compared Brighty to, like, a Temu version of Deseos, and that's no shade. That's what I've seen online. So, you know, this, that, and the third, whatever. I liked that it was completely absurd the whole time. My favorite part was at the beginning when Alexis is explaining it, and the entire time Veneno is popping his pecs. The entire time. And I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I am not disappointed. I'm okay with it. And we thank you. And we thank you. And we thank you. It was great. Loved every bit of it. But the only real, other than, you know, impressions that we don't really know, the drama comes out between Brighty and Tulsa, where Tulsa kind of finally has her Sasha Colby neck crack moment, and she's goes in on Brighty a little bit under the guise of this character. And I was like, where did this come from? I was like, where? Okay, Tulsa, where was this? Like, all right. Okay. Got it. Wonderful, fantastic, lovely. And yeah, it was lovely to see. Lovely,
Yeah, it was
lovely
interesting.
light shady drama this episode.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. It was enough drama to say entertaining, but not too far where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to turn that off.
Right. But we do get the winner of the Chikireto announced as Brighty. Well done. For me, to be honest with you, she is the person I remember the most from the challenge. So sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because she had that that one line that she kept saying over and over and over. And she was doing a really good job at interjecting at every possible point she could. And in a challenge like this, where you kind of have to find time to steal the spotlight, like, that's kind of where, you know, like, she knew, she understood the assignment, she knew what needed to be done here. And I thought she did a lovely job. So
I agree.
Work, Brighty. And for winning, she gets a golden seal. So she has immunity for about 4 hours. Probably. You know, probably roughly 4 hours or so, give or take. And we get our losers of the Chikireto. They announced 3 of them being Calypso, Konny, and Tulsa. So if we're keeping track, Lana, there are now, again, 4 people now with red seals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, then.
What
4 people with a red seal.
Red steals for?
Well, it's disadvantages kind of at any point.
But where have we seen them used?
Last week.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, so it was in when they did the drag claw, the claw.
Oh, yeah. Somebody lost a minute. She lost a minute.
Yeah.
Or lost,
well, and
yeah.
Tulsa, Nayla, and Axelle were the last to get their money.
Yes,
in the claw,
and it wasn't a lot
and
of money in the claw. Yeah.
Tulsa and Axelle gave up their red seal to lose a minute of their shopping time. Didn't, you know, impact them at all. So now Tulsa has one again. Thank God she doesn't have 2. Who knows what would happen if she had 2? Does she go home? Is it like Solo Las Mas? Where if you get
Child.
two things, you go home? Are you a ghost? Like,
Child.
I
Child.
like this seal twist. I will say that. I like it. Um I don't know, I'm intrigued to see where else the red seals will pop up. And now that we have 4 people with a red seal, I'm like, okay, I'm curious, where are we gonna see this pop up? Because there are still people with gold seals. Who has one? Caos has one. And I believe she is now the only one with a golden seal. So we're like, okay, let's see. Well, after this episode, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I'm interested to see where these red seals are going to pop up as the season goes on. But yeah, so we go back into the beauty creations lab, and for the first time in the history of El Séptimo Seo, there's no drama as they're getting ready. We get emotions,
It was
on
a
emotions on emotions,
it was Emmy moment after Emmy moment after Emmy moment
in
in
the
this
best
world.
way,
Yeah.
and I loved, because this was one thing I've been talking about over the last couple of weeks, and I remember talking about last week when we talked about the episode. It's like, I know a good amount about several of the people on this season. I want to know more about more of the people. And this did give, in unfortunate circumstances for the most part here, we did learn a lot about a lot of people and their upbringing and backstory and parents and everything like that throughout, this whole section.
I feel like this was an important moment for Lamas
Mhm.
to have this kind of conversation, especially coming off of last week and all the drama. I think they need to show that they're not just drama, 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 drama. That these girls do have emotional conversations, deep conversations, real conversations where
Mhm.
it's not about fighting all the time, but like what they're there for, they're wise in this
Yeah.
competition. And we saw a lot of it in this conversation of it was intense. Yes, it was full of, intensity and emotions and things, but I think it was something that needed to be done for the show so that because I feel like when you have these shows where so much drama on top of drama on top of drama, it spills out into the fandom. And when it spills out into the fandom, it gets very ugly out there.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't feel like that you want all of that all the time around your brand. And I feel like I think this was necessary. And I think it's just a real moment
Yeah.
for the girls who are back there doing, getting ready, doing their best to going ready to perform and but like under the makeup, we're still real people and
Yeah.
we have real emotions and real issues and things. And so them talking about their families and, you know, what their fears are, which we all have some really, we all have fears. And so this felt like a real moment. And them talking about their fear of death or their family's death when they're not there.
Yeah.
And it's like that's a real thing because every I know that's a fear of for me is to not be there when someone needs me the most and I get a call saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
this person is gone," and I could have helped or been there to make their last moments better or
Yeah.
peaceful transitions. Like it's never a good feeling. So I not enjoyed it, but I appreciated these conversations that were had. We talked about Calypso's brother
Yeah.
who passed away of cancer during after the pandemic or right after or whatever in that time frame. They found out they had cancer during the
Yeah.
pandemic, and so then they passed away
Yeah.
afterwards. And during that time when they found out, they couldn't be together because unfortunately had to
Yeah.
stay in place. And so that was Calypso was talking about how hard that was for them to not be able to be there, and they had to hear about stuff from other people, and then finding out because like they used to do Calypso used to do the drag in their rooms, not
Hmm.
out in public, but in their room. And their brother was one of the few people that saw Calypso do drag when they were depressed, because they did drag out of depression,
Yeah.
which is something else we could that was like
Yeah.
another layer
Like
on top of this conversation.
the onion we were pulling
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in this whole conversation, and
It
then
was
yeah, go ahead.
and then it was like for them to be like, yeah, I was doing this out of depression. My brother was there and saw me doing it. Didn't really say how they felt one way or other. They just saw me do it. And then when the brother passed away, to find out
Uh,
from other friends and family of his brother, well, friends from his brother was like, are you his brother? He talked about you all the time. He
mhm.
talked about how proud he was. He talked about you doing drag. Are you still doing drag? Because they stopped doing it.
Yeah,
Because they said they stopped doing it because their brother got sick and they were like, I
yeah.
don't feel the need to do this anymore because he's not around for me to. And it's
That's
just like,
what that's what
I
hit
was
me
like,
the most. I was like, "Oh my god." It was so good to hear that from Calypso, who has been someone I've enjoyed all season so far. It's like hearing that, and then we kind of get this kind of unraveling of stories, and we hear Tulsa's backstory of having two moms because her mom's friend stepped in to co-parent growing up, and that was
mhm,
a lovely conversation. And then on the flip side of that, you have Brighty, who is so young still and
mhm,
dealing with, you know, fighting against her parents' expectations of her, and she breaks down a little bit. Um, and it's all out of her mom just wanting her to be safe and just wanting
mhm.
her to be okay.
Right.
And I love that. I want to in here as well. I remembered the part at the top of the episode where they brought in um the fabulous woman. I don't
Yes.
remember her name, but she was talking about the rainbow economy.
Mhm,
And I forgot to bring that up earlier, but it was such a poignant conversation to have that. And then all of these conversations about, like, yes, like, queer people, especially in Mexico and around the world, are such a big part of local and national economies. And then you look on the flip side of that, and it's like, yes, as a whole, there is this big um impact that queer people are having, both socially and financially, in countries around the world. But then on the flip side of that, you see a very isolated situation of someone like Brighty, who her parents just want her to be safe and want her to be doing, like, just want her to be okay. And
mhm.
so you see that kind of the dichotomy of that, of, yes, it's important, but also we need to make sure that there are protections in place and queer people need to be protected. It was such an interesting, so many good conversations this episode.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it.
And then going from hearing Bridie talking about their expectations to hearing Candela talking about how she doesn't have anybody who she misses.
And she
She
cut out
doesn't
her whole family.
she cut her whole family off because they didn't agree with who she was.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't miss anybody. Nobody is rooting for me.
Yeah.
None of my family is not fans. She's
Yeah.
sure she has plenty of fans rooting for her. But she was like, my family's not rooting for me. I don't have anybody who I'm missing
Yeah.
because I don't talk to them. And it's like you see all these different points of views and levels of support from these different girls, these different queens. And it's like, oh, it's crazy. And as much as we all love and want everybody to be on that same love everybody, love playing field, that's not
It's
reality.
not it's not the
It's
case.
not
Yeah.
reality. And it's like, man, it sucks so much, but all
Yeah.
you can do is just continue to support the people who you love no
Yeah.
matter what their space is, whatever community they're a part of, we should just love them for who they are, love that person for themselves, and not the relationships that they choose, or the skin color that they are, or
Yep.
all the different things that differ us from normal. You know what I mean? Because really,
I do.
what is normal? Because, like,
Nothing.
really,
Nothing.
nothing is
There's.
but
It's a social construct. Normal
yes,
is a
but
social construct. It's yeah. That's a whole conversation for another
a
podcast
whole
and
nother
another
thing.
day. But
But yeah,
yeah.
then we go from that to detox. Let's talk
Oh,
about detox,
baby.
because we have been on detox this from because y'all, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, something is not, this is
There's
detox, but this ain't detox.
I was gonna say in a way there was I knew there was something that had because I have found myself kind of resonating with detox a little bit where like I do have past trauma I'm working through. It's similar but different to what detox is dealing with. And one of my defense mechanisms is to just be shady and mean. And like it is something that I am working through as well. So hearing her have this whole conversation where she's like, being a bitch is my defense mechanism. I'm like, yes, I understand it. I see it because it in a lot of ways, it is just kind of easier to put up that front and just be a shady bitch as opposed to like letting people in, especially when you've been hurt and you
Right.
have that trauma. And I wasn't though so I knew that there was some sort of I didn't know, I won't say that. I had a good feeling that there was some sort of backstory involved
Hmm.
with detox, and there was something that hopefully we were gonna that we were going to unravel. I will say I did not expect it to be, unfortunately, a rape story. And that hit me very, very hard. And it, I don't, I hate hearing it for anybody. Um, I see why the trauma response is the way it is.
Hmm.
I see um why she puts those guards up. I see why she doesn't let people in very easily. It makes sense now, and I want to applaud her and thank her for sharing that so vulnerably,
Hmm.
because she didn't have to.
Right.
And I hope that sharing this will allow part of that to heal.
Yeah.
I really, really hope that part of that will heal.
Yeah.
It's
It,
not an easy thing. It's not.
it definitely is not an easy thing, and I want to say that I hope, I agree with you. I hope it heals a little piece of that. But I also want everybody who uses that defense mechanism to also understand that because people understand, just because we understand the trauma and we get the trauma and we understand the response, does not mean we have to take it from you. And
Of
so
course.
that's another side of the coin that I want people to understand. And it's like when people react to how you're reacting because you're using your defense mechanism, and that's any defense mechanism,
Yes.
honestly.
Yeah.
That's any defense mechanism, whatever you use to guard yourself. You can't then in turn be mad because people are not in turn liking how you're responding to them, and they turn away, be like, you know what, never mind, I don't want to deal with you. That's the flip side of having defense mechanisms. You turn
Yeah.
people off, and they can and will possibly walk away, and then you can be like, well, I've been traumatized, and you should understand. We understand, but we don't
Yeah.
have to become your punching bag in the
Yeah.
process. So I would love for detox to, like you said, if this starts the healing process, to so she can mend some of these things, things, And I want her to be a lovely person. I really want to really enjoy Detox and like
Yeah.
Detox throughout this. Have I been this entire season? No, but now that I understand, it's like, okay, I have an understanding. We still would love to see a
Yeah.
different side of Detox. We would
Yeah.
love to see it. I personally would love to see a different side of
I
Detox because
would
I
too.
know where the hurt comes from. And
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, I get it. But baby, yeah, I would love to see it on the side.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all have our defense mechanisms, and sometimes it turns people off. And either we go fix ourselves, or we just go have to accept that people don't want to be around us because we're so defense. Our defense walls are up.
I agree.
That's just life.
I
But
agree.
yeah,
It
it was
was.
such an emotional moment in that beauty creations workroom
Yeah.
situation they had going, the beauty creations
Oof.
lab.
Yeah. Wild, wild, wild. I applaud all of the our feminosas here for being vulnerable because it is
Mm-hmm.
not easy, especially on a national platform, international
Mm-hmm.
platform. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to be vulnerable in general. So,
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate anyone that can be,
Absolutely.
for sure, for sure. Now, let's talk about looks. Because I would
Yeah.
love to. I would love to. I would love to. But first, we have to talk about our judges. Um, and our guest judge for the week, Yeti Moi.
Mm-hmm.
Cute, lovely. Everything was very, very girly and woman.
Very girly, very woman. I will say this about the guest judge. I kind of liked her better than most guest judges we've had this season
I
because
will agree. I liked her.
she was very honest
Yes.
about her opinions.
Yes.
And I love because a lot of guest judges are like, oh no, I'm the guest judge. That's so sweet. I like everything. And sometimes you don't. And she wasn't afraid to say that. And so I really appreciated her in that.
Is she the first guest judge to actually send someone home? Everyone else has kind of been like, no, I don't want to do it. No, I can't do it.
No, I
No,
think we
don't
have
make me
some
do
people before do it. I think a couple of weeks ago somebody did it.
I
I
like
want to
it
say the
felt like
second
the
week.
first it felt like the first one. And I was like, thankfully, thank God. It's so refreshing. Like,
Right.
thank you. And she looks sickening. She
It's
looks
so good.
sickening.
She looked
Um
good.
Letal de Almodovar. I loved it. I love the references from Letal all season. I don't know the specific Almodovar reference that Letal is making, but I do love, love it, love it, love it. The everyone on the panel somehow weirdly goes together. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Shiny.
Sure. That is the theme of the week.
It's
Shiny,
cute. Cute,
cute.
girly.
Love
I
it.
would say girly is the
For
theme of the
sure.
week.
Oh,
Hmm.
totally. And then there's Natalia,
Well,
who's
it's
giving
kind of
woman.
girly. It's woman, girly woman.
Very
Okay.
girly, very woman. That's
That's
the
the
theme of the
theme.
week.
Very girly,
Yeah.
very woman. Because
The
Lethal is
Chava
giving
de
very
woman.
woman.
Yes.
Yes.
Period. I didn't love this hair on her. I'm gonna be real honest, but whatever.
Oh.
It's fine. It's cool. Whatever. But La Más METRERA is our category for the week.
Are
And
we
I did.
teabagging it?
We are,
Do we tea?
yes,
Okay, I just want to
yes,
make
we are
sure. Want to
teabagging
make sure.
here.
Okay.
And I put everyone's little. We don't really
Yes.
know them necessarily. But I put the inspiration,
The
the
symbols.
station symbols for all of them.
I love
But
that.
first, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a lot of work finding all of them on Google. I'm
I'm
not gonna lie to you.
I know. I am not. Surprised you did. I would have took a picture, the screenshot of their name when it came up. Be like, there
Hey,
it is.
if there's something I love, it's a symbol, and I love symbolism, and I'm like, I wanted the symbol on there. But
Hmm.
first up this week, Candela Yeye, Lana.
Okay. So I didn't hate this look. Like the judges hated this look because looking at the symbol of the station, it gives that a little bit in the structure of the thing. Did I think the performance was all that? Did I think she did all that? No. It's a lukewarm tea for me. Like very, very almost cold tea, but still tea.
So from what I understand, she's doing like the arts district, and so I
Mm-hmm.
understand, like I get going White Swan here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's the tea has been sitting out for a minute on this
Several
one,
hours. Several
several
hours.
hours. The look
Mm-hmm.
is not as bad as Yeti said it was. She was like, burn it, throw it away. I was like,
It's not that deep, but
girl, damn,
okay.
it ain't that bad, but all
It's
right,
not
girl,
that bad, but
whatever. I was gonna say, don't throw away the look. Maybe just like add some extra tulle.
add some stuff to it.
The one part I just didn't really love is the fact that this whole front part comes up, and so you see your panty.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I'm
mm-hmm.
like, I need a little bit more tulle underneath that. I get like for the movement of it all, it was fine, but um yeah, it didn't fully work, but she looks stunning.
Mm-hmm.
She looks stunning. So the tea is cold. It's not
Mm-hmm.
iced. It's
It's not
just
ice, it's just cold.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Ah, Caos. That's my girl. That's my girl. Ah, as a fucking
This was
grasshopper. As a
a
fucking
grasshopper.
grasshopper.
Grasshopper, baby. And I see grasshopper. This wig and with the antennas and the eyes and the wig of the grasshopper
Oh my
girl.
god.
And then when she pulled down that fan and gave us that green, such
Baby.
good makeup. This was piping hot tea. This is so tea. This is so tea. This is chai tea.
Mm-hmm. The
This
tea
is
is
chai
piping hot.
tea. Oh,
The tea is piping hot here. I love, 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 love this look. The makeup is so spectacular here as well.
striking,
The
striking.
the look is incredible. The makeup is incredible. The headpiece, and then with the station in the back of the headpiece.
Yes. Are you kidding me?
I'm so happy Karime pointed it out because no one else in the judges did. I was
Like
like,
the
thank you, Karime.
details,
Thank you, Karime, for pointing it out. Thank you.
the details of it all ate down.
Mm. So good. It's so good. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Ah, Calypso.
So good. So good, so good, so good, so good, so good. And when I saw the symbol, I was like, oh, yes, yes, and yes, and yes. This headpiece alone, I was like, period. The mohawk, like nuts and bolts or cogs or whatever wheels. This color, this back piece, the color palette, everything about this was so, and the way she performed it, like she was all man, like
Oh,
all
it was
man coming out. It was
so good. Oh my god.
so good. I was like, this is a performance. This is a look. This piping chai tea grande for sure. Ugh,
Baby, this is so cool. This is
her
so
makeup.
cool. This is what
Her
I come to
makeup
La
is
Más Draga to
stunning.
see.
Yeah, yeah. Her
Like,
makeup was stunning.
oh my god, the
Oh,
graphic
the
makeup,
makeup.
it just because I remember
Oh,
seeing a lot of that on her Instagram before the season started when we did the Instagram review, and I was like, baby, if we do not see some of this
I
graphic
want to see
makeup,
this.
and Letal said the same thing, and I was like, baby, this is everything for me. I love it. And
It's
then
makeup.
with both of the guys with the hard hats that said Calypso on it, like the
Mm-hmm.
detail, attention to detail here, spot on, perfection. Chai Tea Grande, incredible, absolutely
Mm-hmm.
incredible, so fucking good,
So good.
so good. Oh my god, we have to move on. I don't want to, but we have to.
But we have to.
Ricura.
I actually like this look from Ricura.
Okay, can we speak on it for a second, please? Can we speak
I
on
thought
it?
I thought this was a good look. And then to hear the story of it being discontinued, so that's why she took off the first one and had the second one underneath it. And I was like, yes, I thought this was a good look from Ricura. This is the first time that I was like, work, Ricura. I like this look. I don't really like a lot of Ricura's look, I'm gonna be honest. But this one, I like the orange and white cover up, and then when she took it off and had all these different colors and see through. I thought this was a really good look. Is it something we've seen? Sure. It's not groundbreaking or anything, but it was good. It was well put together. I think she looked good. I don't think her makeup is even bad in this. I thought she
It's
looked.
not great.
I'm not saying it was great. I say it's not bad. I don't think it's
Sure.
that bad. And here's the thing: I don't think her makeup is the worst of any makeup that I've seen before. And
No.
could she use more work? Sure, we could all use more work. Ain't nobody's makeup perfection. They can all use more work. I just think she is learning, and I don't think it's that bad in this. And I think she looks good. I actually liked it. It was tea for me.
Do you want my potentially hot take of the week?
Hmm.
Ricura should not have been anywhere near the bottom 3 for me. I loved this.
I don't
I
think she should have been the
loved
bottom either.
this. I loved this. This is the best Ricura has looked on this season of La Más Draga. I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We're going to talk about it here shortly. And I don't want to shade this other girl, but I'm going to have to. You know who I'm talking about, Lana. But I'm just like, oh my god. This was adorable. Yes, the makeup is not perfect. The wig is not perfect. But I thought the outfit was so cute. She performed the absolute hell out of it. I love the idea of it being like how it used to be coins for the Metro, and then she's literally a Metro card. I'm
Right.
pretty sure this second dress is literally just I think that's so smart. Ricura, you deserve
Tea.
better.
It's tea.
Tea, baby. This is so cute, adorable, lovely, and fantastic. And there were 3 people that did worse than her, at least, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is tea. I love this look. I'm so mad. I'm mad. I'm mad again. I came back to La Más Draga this week and I'm mad again. And I'm probably going to be mad again next week. At the rate we're going this season, I'm going to be mad every damn week. And I'm also mad about Moon. Because, bitch, what? Huh? Ma'am?
When
Alien
she
executive realness, bitch?
when she ca- when she came out with the dome over the head, and I was like looking at the symbol, I was like, oh, she just took that to literally she made the dome over the head. Okay. Then she had it taken off, and she had this veil. Well, we could see what was underneath it. And I was like, ooh, I like it. I like it, but it's still a little bit of mystery. And then when she took off the veil and y'all, Moon did it for me too this week. This was so tea.
This is
This was so
so...
tea.
The
That
tea,
ugh,
we just boiled the water. The kettle
mhm.
just stopped whirring. We
It's still
just
hot.
poured the water and the tea is hot, baby. This is incredible. I I love me some Moon. I
Th-
love me some Moon.
This is eating in so many ways. Ugh, so good.
She is so good. I so good. And then the fact that the symbol for the metro station is just like the reveal thing that she had, And then,
Mhm.
oh my God, it's all so good. So good. No notes. So good. I wish there were 4 spots on the top. I would have given her one.
Mm.
I was angry. And
I
then
don't know.
Tulsa.
This, y'all. The prop being the actual symbol, this dress, this makeup, this look, the color, the
The
everything, the
concept.
concept, the performance, hottest tea possible. Like I can't drink that tea for 15 minutes.
Ooh, all right.
You can't drink it. It's that hot. You gotta
All
wait.
right.
It's so this pink and white ish like uh
I think the pink is all the lighting, actually.
it looks like it's in the wing.
Is it?
It looks like it's in the wing,
I'm gonna
which
pull it.
I'm just like,
I have it up. I'm like, I can just. I'm like, I still have the episode up. I can pull it up. Okay, so the wings are translucent.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the wings
Then
are translucent. Yeah, so it's picking
the
up on the pink lighting. Yep.
but that is smart in itself because you know there's lighting and you know it's going to pick up whatever light it puts on it. It's so good. And all this the mechanical stuff that's going on with this baby. Mm, you can't get no more tea than that. Mm.
It's so good. I absolutely love this. I think, the concept here is so well done, so well executed. I appreciate the whole base of the garment being what it is. I will say I wish she could move a little bit better in it. But I
Mhm.
understand for the characterization that she's going for, and this like the struggle of like medical professionals, like
Mhm.
that's the
Mhm.
storyline I was getting from it. It all made sense. Um I love
Better
it.
with this
I
shit.
will say my one, it's a slight negative, but it's not that much of a negative here. I wish that her makeup here wasn't so similar to what we saw last week
Mhm.
in the in La Más Recursiva,
Mhm.
because it's kind of that same black and white base with the green accenting. I
Mhm.
wish, and obviously I get it for the ensemble here. I just, I when Letala was like, I want to see you take a risk with your makeup, I was like, as a fan of Tulsa and as someone that wants to see Tulsa do well, I agreed. Because I'm like, I want to see her push herself just a little bit. But everything is so spectacularly done. It's incredible. Mm. Tea. Mm. Tea. Now, next up is Konny.
Mhm.
And this is not, I'll say this first. I'm not, I'm going to talk about what I don't like about the look after you give yours, Lana. The fact that not a single judge brought up the fact that her entire breastplate line was exposed on both sides of the shoulder was very strange for me. And it's very obvious. And I'm curious why we're nitpicking, and this is no shade to Konny. Specifically in this instance, no shade to Konny. I'm just curious why we're nitpicking some queens and we're not nitpicking others.
Mhm.
That's what I'm curious about. Because we got the nitpicking of practically everybody else this week. And then, at least in the edited product we received as viewers, not a single mention of it. And I'm like,
Mhm.
that is something for me that I
Mhm.
personally, I feel like That's something that Thal should bring up immediately. But that's just my viewership of the show. I don't know. Again, it's not shade to Konny. It's just one of those interesting things I'm noticing. But go ahead, Lana. I'm curious.
This probably could be a hot take. I didn't like this at all.
It's not going to be hot here on this occasion, so
I didn't like this. I thought it just looked so messy, and too busy. There was a lot going on. Um, the skull itself wasn't particularly done well for me. I think the stuff that they had on Toxico and Veneno was better than what Connie was wearing themselves, and I was just like, oh, I just no, I wasn't a fan of this, and the breastplate definitely took me out of my fantasy. Um, I liked how she performed it. I think the performance of it was good,
yes.
but I just didn't like the look of it. I didn't feel like I don't know. It was too much. My eye couldn't catch a place to land. It was just a lot going on all over the place. So for me, it was a bag.
I'm going to agree. This was unfortunately, and I love Konny. I
Hmm.
love Konny so much. This was 2 weeks in a row where I thought Konny should have gone home. Because I thought she had my least favorite last week. She had my least favorite this week by a mile. I will agree with you. Presentation was great. Concept incredible. I love the staff.
Hmm.
It took me half of the runway to realize that there were guts coming out of her.
Mm.
And I'm like, we're gonna nitpick Ricura for her eyebrows and for the look being simple, but we're not gonna like this. There's a cleaner way to do this kind of messy, gory interpretation of this.
Hmm.
Again, no direct shade to Konny. It was my least favorite, and I was
Hmm.
genuinely surprised when she was not even in the bottom 3.
Hmm.
And 2 weeks in a row, unfortunately, I'm going to say, I think the wrong person went home by a mile. And it sucks.
Mm.
I guess that's La Más Draga for you, but like, love you, Konny, but this was not it for me, unfortunately. Next up is Deetox Alanís. Butterfly.
This was cute.
Yeah.
This was cute. We've seen butterfly looks before on runways, and this was a cute one. I like the pink. I like that she was very much the symbol. I think she
Mhm.
picked the most easiest symbol to do. Um, and she literally just was the butterfly, that's the symbol, but in a very pretty way. It was pretty. Nothing more, nothing less. It was pretty.
She's
She's a
pretty.
T. She's pretty. And
She's
I mean,
pretty.
what else can you say besides she's pretty and she did a pretty look. It's tea, but it's pretty.
Yeah, I am hoping that at some point we will see something. I agreed. I don't remember who. I think it was Letal.
No, it
Or was
was
it
it
Natalia?
was um yeah,
Jody.
Jody. She said, I want you to surprise us.
And I
And I
want
want that
Detox to
too.
surprise us.
Hmm.
This is still tea, and
It's pretty, it's tea. Yeah.
I love the switch up with the makeup. I did notice that
Mhm.
as well. When she came out, I think her makeup is improving for sure. The look is stunning. But I love it in this photo when the wings are up the most.
Yes.
That's when I
Yeah.
enjoy it the most. I wish that it had a mechanism where the wings were up the whole time,
Yeah. And she
or
didn't
a
have to hold
mechanism
him.
where where it was, or we saw more of the wings.
Oh yeah, it moved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or something. But it's still tea.
Still pretty.
She's pretty. It's still tea. I enjoy it. So
Hmm.
yeah. Period. Brighty.
I agree with the judges with Brighty when it came to Brighty. I felt like the snake of it all was not distinct enough. It just melded into what she was wearing, so you couldn't tell if it was just a ripple or a snake. And it doesn't stand out like I would want it to stand out. But and it's too much fabric. It's just too much fabric on this look. It's swallowing her whole.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this wasn't my favorite from Brighty. It's a bag. It's a bag, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bag leaning a bit towards like a bit more neutral. And the reason for that is this was completely unexpected from Brighty. And I love that she gave us something completely unexpected, something we weren't expecting. Which is the definition of unexpected. I am aware that I
Mm-hmm.
just said
Mm-hmm.
the same thing in two
Yeah.
very
Mm-hmm.
different
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ways. But I appreciated seeing a shift in perspective from Brighty. I liked seeing something darker from her.
Mm-hmm.
The look just wasn't the tea. The presentation was almost there. I needed it a bit more, but I did appreciate, especially in the judging, when she stayed in character almost the whole time. I did appreciate that. So I like where she's heading, but it's still a bag for me.
Mm-hmm.
She was lucky she won that fucking gold too.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Now,
Baby, go ahead.
La Más Draga. La Más Draga, come to the front. The whole show. The whole show come to the front. Now, I understand that we are 5 episodes into this season. And I also understand that you are not trying to set one contestant high above, well above everybody else and what they're doing and what their, their track record and everything like that. I am so sorry. Miss Nyla should have gotten her 3rd win this week. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry one little bit. This is one of the coolest fucking things I have ever seen on a drag program, period. And the fact that she didn't get her 3rd win for this is ludicrous, in my opinion. Not to be confused with the rapper.
I had a visceral reaction to this look. When she first came out and she was in that with that big skirt and the hats on the boobs and this makeup and I said, this is perfection. This is beautiful. This is old Mexico. Cause like even the station looks like it's probably old Mexico. It's very uh you know very past Mexico, like very structured. The buildings are very Mexican, not inspired, but Mexican buildings because it is what it is. We've seen it. We see it here when you go down, like you said, when we go down to Arizona, when we go down to New Mexico, when we go down to
I
California,
see
you
it. Yeah.
see the architecture, the Mexican architecture. Heck, we have a whole thing in the Alamo in Texas where it's Mexican agriculture and architecture and all of that, and it looks just like that. And that's what I expect when somebody talks about old Mexican act, buildings. This is what or times back in the time, this is what I think of, and this was so beautifully made. And then when she put the thing up and we saw that, and she came out in this second look of a locomotive, a train, I this is going to be my top look of the year. I am 100% certain that
Oh,
it is.
wow. Okay.
I am 100% certain that there's nothing that's going to top this for me because the way it made me feel, the way I had a visceral reaction to seeing it, and the
Yeah.
way it looks from head to toe perfection, there is no notes about this look. Nyla should have won this week. I was gooped and gagged and betribbled when she didn't. And I was like, I get, look, Lamas, y'all did it to yourselves, but hey, when somebody is just that good, I'm sorry if it looks like this person is winning every week, but they are. And you can't deny when they are. And this was the best look I have seen on a runway in a very long time. And the last time I was this excited about a look on a runway was when I watched Solo Las Mas
Yep.
and the monumental challenge happened.
Yep.
This is amazing. This is chai, 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 chai. What's bigger than grande? What's
Duh.
what's mugder, everything?
Yep.
Like,
All of it.
yeah.
This is one of the absolute coolest things I've ever seen on a drag program. This is why I watch La Más Draga. This is why I watch drag programming. This is why I love drag. Point blank and the period. I don't need to say anything else because y'all already know.
So good. Oh,
It's so
I want to just go and shake her hand. Like I just want to
right.
tell she's that good. I want to be like, you are that girl. You are that girl. That's so good. So
Mm,
good.
mm.
Mm. And
And just as incredible, rounding out this episode, Axelle de Vil. Baby, when she said at the top of the episode that a designer fell through for her and she was going to make it work, I got worried. And then
me
she came out of the
too.
runway and I said, "What do you
What?
mean?"
You should be designing your own stuff from this point on.
Baby, this was incredible.
And here's the thing. It's not like it's a whole lot going. It's not like this amazing outfit is like this a pants and a top, but what she did to it to spruce it up, I guess, like she said she had to do,
Yeah.
she made it absolute. Oh, she made it absolutely amazing. Like I, first of all, let me just say this about the Mexican metro system. I love the symbols, and I love how y'all just be like, "This is the symbol of the town. This is the entertainment train, and you. This is the entertainment town. That was the art town. That is the
Yeah.
old Mexico town. This is the
Where everything is
wilderness.
connected to it.
It's connected.
Yeah, I love it.
I love that because, like you said, look, we have our metro systems just like numbers
It's all numbers here.
numbers or locations. Like I know
Literally.
like in Atlanta, because we don't have a metro stations, we don't have trains
Mm,
here in Alabama, in Birmingham. So we just have buses, and all of our buses are numbers. But like when I lived in Chicago, our train lines were just like the red line, the green line, the blue line, the orange line.
how
Bleh.
boring.
How boring! In Atlanta, it's like, oh, the locations, Peachtree, Lenox, and da da.
Yeah.
It's just like where you are. I love these symbols so much. Mexico, y'all got that. Y'all ate that up. Y'all ate that up. But for her to say this is she's on the music line or the entertainment area or whatever, and she comes out and she's dancing and
She's stepping, baby.
she's stepping. Oh,
I loved it.
this mask is amazing that she's carrying, the headpiece, the wig, it's so colorful, it's so Mexican that you just
Mhm.
have to appreciate it and love it. I absolutely I love this. This is so tea. This is so tea. So good.
I just, I loved every bit of this. I love Axelle. I love just everything she's giving. How are they going to crown one winner of this season when there are like 5 of them?
Child.
Like,
This finale,
genuinely.
the finale gonna be
Oh
amazing if
my
the right
God, Lana, the
if the right
finale.
people make it to the finale. There's going to be a showdown at the
Baby.
Alamo.
Baby. Showdown at the Pepsi Center.
A showdown
Like,
at the Pepsi Center, baby. It's gonna oof,
baby. Oh my God. Just tea. Tea, 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 tea. And a side of tea.
a
Axelle.
whole side of
The
tea.
tea.
Uh,
One of the best runways overall we've seen this year, for sure.
yeah. Well, let's say it was
Like,
a
it's
really, really good
just
runway.
so good. It's so, so, so good. I personally did not have a ton to bring up when it came to the judging because I actually thought
Me
this
either.
week the judging was pretty standard, pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with most of what they said. So
Natalia wasn't standing this week.
I'm glad she took a seat. I hope they
Me
told her, girl,
too.
sit down. Don't
I
be so
I hope the
extra.
Brunos did too, to be honest with you.
I hope they told her to sit
Um,
down and relax a little bit. Even though she did say some things, I was like, okay, girl.
right, 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 right,
But
right, right.
I've
I was
come to the
like,
point and realized with her, I'm never going to like agree with everything or maybe anything she says. So I ignore her at this point.
I appreciate the perspective with which
Mm.
she is coming to this competition.
I have a problem, and here's my thing. This is why I have a problem with her.
Okay.
Because I feel like she creates stories in her head and she expects them to know what she expects
You
from them.
know, I see that for sure. Like it's very like it's a bit similar to Lolita, Miss Lolita Cortez.
Mm,
And the bits that we saw her on Solo Las Más, it feels like the difference maker here is I don't feel like, and this is again, it's her first season. I'm not going to give her too much flack where it's undeserved. That's the
mhm,
difference maker here. Standing up last week, girl, I don't know why, but whatever. Um, the difference maker for me with Natalia currently is I feel like she's saying, girl, I need you to do this. Girl, I need you to do this. What is happening with this, and this? And pointing out what's going wrong and not really going into the minutia of things and giving like especially with Candela, because she starts with like Candela's first and she's like, girl, what happened? And she's like, this is not what we expected from you, this, that, and the third. Okay, then tell her what you like, tell her what you
expect it.
want to see. Like, and that goes for Letal and that whole week of like not judging people and whatever, whatever, whatever. And like my frustrations are just like, if you want the girls to get better, tell them what they can do to get better. Don't just say, well, this wasn't good. Well, that wasn't good. Like, that's not, it's helpful, but it's not as helpful as you can be as judges of this competition.
Mhm.
That's where I get frustrated.
I get first, like I said, I think she has a story in her brain of what she expects. Like she said, this you didn't. That's not what I expected of you. Then what did you expect of me? And it's like you have this whole story and this expectation of someone without, like you said, telling them what they are expecting them of them. And it's just like you're supposed to just figure it out. You're supposed to just read my
Girl,
mind and come up with
no.
a story that I have put in my head for you. You're supposed to perform the play that I wrote, but I
It
didn't give you the
feels
script.
very perform for me.
And
It feels very
it's
drama teacher.
it's very performed for me of the play that I wrote, but I did not give you the script.
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, you can't do that. And that's been my problem with her from for this season. That I'm just like, so for me personally, I just don't listen to her because honestly, I can't. Because it frustrates me to no end to see her just like telling them they're not doing what they are expected to do, but you're not telling them what you expect them to do.
Yeah.
That's weird to me. But
That's why I always appreciate Yadi, because Yadi's like,
mhm,
I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to tell you what I like, and I'm going to tell you what I think you can improve on. And I
yep,
think she is, for me, the most consistent judge.
yeah.
And that's just my opinion.
It's my opinion.
Opinion. Um, but yeah,
Excuse me.
otherwise, and I thought Miss Yeti was, like we talked about earlier, very real and honest with her opinions. Like when she liked it, and she, stripper
She
heel
said that.
clack, we love
Yeah.
that.
We love that for you.
I want to see her and Mirage do some stripper heel clacking together. That would be great. Lethal attempting to do it and then failing dramatically. Maybe the way Lethal was there, and this would have been me too, to be fair. So it's not shade, but everyone else is kind of getting it, especially Karime. Now, I have to say, Karime is the kind of girl that I know I would go to a club with and have a great time with, and that's my girl. But the way Lethal was like, I'm in a corset, I can't really do it. It's so good. But I liked Yeti where she was like, it real and honest and was like, oh no, I love this, hate this. Like it was cut and dry. And as a guest judge, I'm not too mad at that, to be honest with you. But there was always something that could be improved. And I appreciated that at least. I appreciated that. But Lana, we get our results. Our top 3 are named as Caos, Nayla, and Calypso. I agreed, actually. I wish there would have been 2 extra spots, 2 extra spots in the top.
And Moon.
For Moon.
And Axelle.
And Axelle. Those are the top 5 for me, and I think those are the top 5 in the scores. I do have them, and we'll pull them up here shortly. But the winner of La Más METRERA is Caos! Yay! I'm still happy. I'm still thrilled.
It should have been Nayla, but be honest.
I think it should have been Nayla. I think it really should have been Nayla. If it wasn't going to be Nayla, I would have been happy with Caos or Calypso getting the win for this, to be honest with you. Any of these 3, like for me and for you, it was Nayla. We are a Nayla Downs stan podcast. Get used to it. Sorry. But I was very happy for Caos. Getting her first win. Loved it. Loves it. And I did love that with the Duchess's grant, Karime gave her money to Axelle, and I thought that was lovely. Deserved.
Lovely.
Deserved.
Sure. Love.
Deserved and lovely. Now, here's where shit gets interesting.
Gets weird.
Well, because our bottom 3 is named as Brighty, Ricura, and Candela.
Brighty said, hey, yo. Hey, yo. Yo.
So,
I got this.
Remember that immunity I won a couple hours ago?
Let's use that right now. Period. The
thing I do appreciate the most is that they were like, yeah, so Brighty and Ricura, you are the bottom 2.
Yeah.
Just letting it be known, letting it out there. But Brighty does save herself with her immunity seal.
She should.
She won it. She rightfully won it in this Chikireto this episode. So
she did.
Deserved. Completely deserved. I still think Konny should have been down in this bottom 3 instead of Ricura, but that's also my opinion. So Brighty, given the rules of La Más Draga, can now pick anyone to go into the bottom 2 to lip sync against Ricura.
You got 30 seconds to figure it out.
I really thought Brighty was going to pull some stunts. I had a feeling. I had an inkling that she may be that girl to pull a stunt to you know, to do some stuntery on this occasion. And in a way, I think she did still kind of do some stuntery in the most, diplomatic way possible that she can. I think it just happens to work out in her favor here. She's like, well, the 3 of us were the least of this week, so I'm going to pick Candela. And I think that's fair.
That was fair. To me, that's what I would have did.
With the caveat as well that she knows Candela is a great lip syncer. So she's putting a great lip syncer against a great lip syncer, and guaranteed a great lip syncer is going home. I do think there's still strategy here with her picking Candela, while still, like, she's able to play it off as, well, she was the 3rd worst.
Right.
I'm just doing this. But this is guaranteeing that a strong lip syncer is going home no matter what. And I do think that's still smart. I
I
think
mean,
that's still very smart.
it's the smartest thing. I would have done the exact same thing. Like that
Me
would have been
too.
my main reasoning. That why stir the pot up when this is right presented right in front of my face, and in
Yeah,
an easy way where it doesn't look like I'm being vindictive.
exactly.
Stirring the pot or anything. It's like
Yeah.
you were the third worst, and we just shifted. If I move, you come down anyway.
And,
So
oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. And as we see here, I'll get rid of our beautiful
mhm,
QR code here for a second. Caos was the top with Nayla and Calypso literally both 1 point behind.
mhm,
And then Tulsa 1 point behind them. And then Axelle 1
mhm.
point behind them. And then Moon 1 point behind them. And I'm like, okay, good. Love, wonderful, fantastic.
Even though I would have switched Moon and Tulsa, but
I also would have swapped Moon and Tulsa. But that's just me personally.
just me.
But Candela was only, third from the bottom by 1 point.
Right.
So,
It makes sense.
it's fine. Yeah,
It makes
it
sense.
makes sense. It makes sense. It is understandable. But
But what what
baby,
with what happened with Candela and Ricura in the bottom two doing a lip sync, and like you said, two strong lip syncers doing a lip sync gave me my favorite lip sync of this season so far
yay!
because
I love.
finally we got a really, really, really good lip sync, and it wasn't a one-sided thing. It
I
was two
know.
people doing a really good job. And this was a lip sync that I was like, yes,
I
either
loved
one
it.
of them could have pulled it off. But
Yeah,
for me, the winner won because they were so much stronger
yeah,
and tighter
and
in their
cleaner.
and cleaner in their
Yeah,
tricks and things. Like
I agree.
Candela was so strong in this lip sync. They both knew the words. That wasn't
Yes,
going to be a problem. They both knew the words. They both were doing really good tricks. That wasn't a problem. It came down to the cleanliness of the tricks. And Candela was hitting. Ricora hit him, but a little was sloppy, a little loosey goosey in the spins, and a little loosey in the dips, and the like. Her split wasn't a full split; it was kind of like a half split, and then she jumped out into a real split. It was a little messier on Ricora's end, and so for this lip sync, I was like, "Yeah, Ricora, you did a good job." But
yes.
Candela just ate. She just ate.
Baby, I just. This was such a good lip sync. This is probably going to be on my end of year list. I'm going to say that now.
Mm,
This was. I. It seems like in the seasons of the Más Draga we've been looking at and we've been seeing, it seems like every season there is a lip sync
mm.
that just absolutely kills it. Like last season when we looked at season 6, it was La Kylie's. Oh, who was in the really, really good lip sync with La Kylie's? Was it Catriona?
Probably.
Probably. Um,
Oh yeah, probably.
yeah, I believe it was. Yeah, it was when La Kylie's went home
Yeah, it was
because Catriona
Catriona.
sent her home. Yeah.
Yeah.
That like there is a defining lip sync to everyone's journey
Hmm.
and every season, and I think we just found our defining lip sync for this season
This was so good.
of
The
La
song was
Más
good.
Draga. The
Everything was
song
good.
was so good. I loved every bit of it.
Can I tell you my
Um,
favorite part of the song?
hmm.
My favorite part of the song was the end when it said
Yes.
"doo, doo, doo."
Do,
I was
do,
like,
do, do.
ah! I
Yes, I
was
loved it,
like,
and the way they both
yes.
hit it
They
so
both hit it.
perfectly,
It was just like,
baby. I loved I loved this lip sync.
Eight.
It was so spectacular. They both killed it. I would not have been mad if they had both stayed because of this lip sync, to be honest with you.
I
Like,
wouldn't
I
have been
know
mad
that
at
that's
that
probably
either.
not, you know, in the
Logistically
current
possible.
setup, logistically possible. I do think the stronger performer here was Candela. Like we said, the stunts were clean. Everything was so good. She looked so sickening.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I love when she does when she leans a little bit more into like the dark part of her aesthetic, but I love seeing the softer side of Candela as well. And I loved seeing it here in this lip sync. I thought Ricura looked so cute. I love how she was using the entire stage.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she really did such a strong job. But I do agree, if someone needed to win this lip sync and someone needed to lose, unfortunately, it was going to be Candela that won. And we lose. We lose Ricura.
Such a bright light. I will say, Ricura. She, first of all, she just never stopped smiling the entire
Oh my
time.
God, I love it.
She was so like, I love her energy. I loved how she even went out in such a classy, energetic, bubbly way. I love when she was like, "Production, can I get another spin on a turntable, please?" And she took her moment
I
and she spun and she.
This is
I
your
was like,
moment. Have
have
it,
it.
girl. I
Like
loved
she
it.
took it, and I loved every second of it. I loved when she went to the altar, and I loved everything Benedito said to her.
Yeah.
I thought that was so sweet and so beautiful, and it was true because her smile is radiant, and she was smiling all the time. I just like that she was like, "I'm going to go out with and take every moment that I can," and she did, and I love that for Rikuda. I love her, love her.
I'm such a fan. I'm such a fan. From having very, very lowered expectations of her preseason,
Hmm.
she has truly impressed me throughout every single episode of this season. I absolutely love her personality, the charisma. If they do La Más Draga second chances, she's someone that like I would love to see return, and like with a little bit
Get
more
her glow
time,
up.
a little bit more like I would love to see the glow up in a few years and see Ricura come back and just absolutely slay something. Maybe Solo Las Más 2, perhaps. Like I think she is just an absolute delight, and I think we're gonna be missing a lot in the competition from not having her.
Yeah.
But love you, Ricura. Love you, girl. An icon. An
Mhm.
icon. Truly. Most of my favorite parts of this season so far have been because of Ricura. No. But, Lana, we do have a draft update.
Mhm.
I have an update on the draft. And you're still doing really well. So don't worry. I'm down to 2 people, but I did have the winner, one of the top 3, so I'm still chugging along pretty well. Overall, though, we have River in 5th on 40 points, Eduardo in 4th on 47. I'm in 3rd on 51. You are in 2nd on 58.25 points, and David is leading the draft with 67.25 points. In this case, I will also say, because Brighty was called as the bottom 2 and then saved
Mhm.
herself, I
Mhm.
also gave her 1 point this week,
Mhm.
plus her half point for winning the Chikireto. So that's how it felt the most fair to do it that way.
Mhm.
I can also just go and give her 2 points, and it doesn't really matter to me. But since she was called, I don't know what to do with these golden seal situations.
Right.
So
It's
that's what
fine.
I went with. So that is that. Another week of La Más Draga is down. We've lost the personality hire of the season, and we'll be back next week to talk about more La Más Draga season 7. So thank you for joining us for this lovely, wonderful, and fantastic recap. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Check out all of our other drag content that we're doing here on the channel. Make sure to go get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Check out that QR code right above us. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Adios.
Adios.